Hello, everybody. Hope y'all are doing good out there. And this is going to be just a fun little video. We're going to be polishing up some of these case peanuts here, and we're going to do a comparison between some turtle wax chrome polish, which I've used a lot, and some Flitz polish, which I've also used a lot. So we're going to compare those to each other, and we're also going to compare just doing a polish by hand versus using a cloth wheel on a drill press. So this is the chrome polish that I use a lot. This does a really good job, especially if I'm just wanting to shine the knife up a bit. This chrome polish does a real good job. And then I've also got this Flitz polish. I've had this for quite a while, and I've used it for a lot of different things. And it works pretty good. I generally use this if I'm needing to do more of a harder use. You know, if it's really roughed up and I'm trying to put more of a restoration on it and trying to really polish it up, then I'll use this one. So generally I use this one if I think it's needs more work done to it, and I use this one if it just needs a lighter polish. And from my experience, I have better success generally using the drill press. When I polish them, it seems like I get a better result. But I begin doing it by hand, so we're going to do a comparison today and just see what the difference really is. But first, let's take a look at these knives good so you can see what they look like before we polish them. Okay, now probably the one that needs the most polishing is my yellow peanut. You can see the bolsters need a good polish done. It's probably the roughest. This one here isn't too bad at all, my red bone. It looks pretty good. But, it could stand to polish. And then as for my Caribbean blue bone and this amber bone, I'd say they're probably about the same. They'll look a lot better once we get them polished. So what we got to do now is decide which one we are doing what with. We'll do 2 with Flitz, and we'll do 2 with chrome polish. We'll do this yellow one with Flitz, and we'll do it by hand. And we'll also do this amber bone with Flitz by hand. And then we'll do these 2 with the turtle wax chrome polish. And we'll do this red one by hand, and we'll do this blue one with the drill press. So then we'll do this one by hand with Flitz, this one with Flitz but with the drill press, this one by hand with the chrome polish, and then this one with the chrome polish on the drill press. See if I can keep that straight. So let's go ahead and do our 2 knives that we're going to do by hand first. And then we'll do the ones for the drill press after that. So we're putting the Flitz polish on this yellow one. I'm just about out. I'm going to have to get some more of this polish here. The other thing I'm curious, those of you out there who use a chrome polish or who are using Flitz polish, whatever it is you're using, comment down below what you use. Do you normally let it set on there for a minute, or do you just put it on wet and then polish it right off? If I'm using a drill press, it seems to me that it doesn't make a big difference whether I just polish it right off immediately or let it set for a minute. So now we'll go ahead and put some of our turtle wax chrome polish onto our red peanut right here. Now this chrome polish, to me, it seems like a lot of times it gets a better shine to it on the knife itself. And I do not believe that it has as much grit to it. Now the Flitz don't have much grit. I know some people say it doesn't have any at all. But if I just feel of it, like if I have it on my hand, it feels to me like it does have a little bit of grit. Now it may not, but that's just what I would guess from the way it feels personally. So now we got our chrome polish on this one here. So now we'll polish both of these off and see what the end result is by hand. and then we'll try the ones on the drill press. We'll begin with this. I have also found that Flitz polish is a very, very good polish to use on these yellow Delrin knives. It tends to really not just shine up the bolsters, but I've found that it tends to restore the Delrin a little bit also. If you've got like very light scratches on it, that Flitz, from my experience, will cover them over. Get this wiped off and then we'll take a look at it. So here we are. You can still see some pretty pronounced scratches and such on the bolster. Now I generally, I don't carry these in a pocket with keys or nothing, but these nickel silver bolsters always will get that scratch look to them. But that right there is the Flitz polished by hand. That's our end result, so we'll put that over here in the corner. Now let's do this one with the chrome polish on it by hand. Get it polished up. I really like the red bone. There's something that's so classic about Case's red bone. You just really can't go wrong with it. I do like, my favorite red bone from Case is their pocket worn red bone with corncob jig and the stainless blades. A lot of people like the red that has the carbon steel blades. It's a little lighter red, and I believe it's got a peach seed jig, and it's a nice red too. I've got one Stockman in 087 with that handle on it, and I like it, but I don't think I like it quite as well as this one. There's something about that deeper red that I really, really like. So let's see how this one looks. Now, looking at it just with my eye, I think that this one has a little more shine to it. But again, you can still see some scratches on it. So that's the one done with the Flitz, but I'm done with the chrome polish instead of the Flitz. So here they are side by side. They're really very similar. There's not a whole lot of difference. But just looking at it with my eye, I believe that the Turtle Wax chrome polish give it just a little more shine than the Flitz did when we're doing it by hand. So now let's do the experiment, and we'll do it on the drill press. So we've got the same drill. Get a little bit of Flitz polish, and we're putting the Flitz on the amber bone peanut. And we're going to put the turtle wax on the Caribbean bone peanut. Try to keep this as fair as possible. How do y'all feel when you've got a knife with different, when the covers are quite a bit different from each other, where they don't match, like this particular one right here? I like it sometimes. It gives some unique character. I've only got one knife that I really don't like, that two pieces of bone don't match on either side of the knife. And it's not a big deal to me. But it's more that it doesn't bother me as much that they don't match each other, as I just don't like the way the one side looks as much. That's on my Bone Stag 18 pattern Stockman. So let me rearrange the camera here to show the drill press, and we'll get these polished up. This time we're doing the Turtle Wax chrome polish first. Okay, are y'all ready for the reveal? Here they are. Now, I think you're going to notice one thing right off the bat. These look a lot shinier than the two that we did by hand. I think that's the first thing that you're going to notice. If you take a look in the bolster, you're not seeing the scratches like you were on the other. And you can see my hand. Look at my hand waving in that left bolster. See that? We've really got a shine on that. We've got an amazing polish going down them brass liners and even the bone. Look at the luster we brought out in the bone. The brass pins and the nickel silver case shield. It's beautiful. Now, that's the chrome polish one. This one is the Flitz. I tell you the truth, I don't know that I can tell a difference. They both polished up excellent. So, if I'm being completely honest, I don't believe there's much difference, and either one probably does a great job. I'm tempted to say, now, I might be wrong here, but I'm tempted to say that the one on the right, the chrome polish, may be just a little bit more polished, but I'm not going to say it because they are very, very similar, and they're very similar. I think they're probably basically identical. But now let's compare those to the ones that we did by hand. So we've got these two are the chrome polish. And these two are the Flitz. So let's compare the bolsters now. Can you see the difference there? There's a difference. The Flitz on the amber bone. Well, when we used it on the drill press, we used Flitz on both of these. The yellow one was done by hand. The amber bone was done on the drill press. Notice the amount of, I guess I'll say, definition. See me waving? You can see my hand and my fingers and everything waving in that bolster. Now let me do that on this yellow one. See, you can see it, but see how you cannot see the definition of my hand like you can on this amber bone. So this shows us that the polish does a lot better if you use a drill press when you're using Flitz. Now let's compare the ones with the chrome polish. This is without the chrome polish. This red one is. Let's wave in it. There you can kind of see my hand, but can't make out a lot of it. Now let's try this this blue Caribbean bone. There you go. See how you can see all my fingers? And look, even in that brass pin right there, you can see the reflection. So, to me, that's evidence right there. So, what is the conclusion? Whether you're using turtle wax, chrome polish, or Flitz polish, if you're just wanting to put a shine back on your knife, either one's fine. Either one will do a good job. But the thing to keep in mind is if you're really wanting to get a good polish on it, use a drill press with a cloth wheel. Look for a used drill press somewhere or get just a small one. They don't cost a lot, and it will really get you a better finish on it when you're done than it will if you just do it by hand. Thank you all for watching. Comment down below. Have a good day and keep your knives sharp.